Winnipeg, Canada is perhaps less talked about than other Canadian gems like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. Yet the city is home to a ton of great things to do, see, and eat. Join Viewcation as we go over the best things to do in Winnipeg, Canada. The Forks. At the top of any list of the best things to do in Winnipeg is the Forks. It sits at the spot where the Assiniboine River meets the Red River, and long ago it served as a building for railway repair. But over the years, it was slowly turned into a retail district that not only features restaurants and shops, but museums as well. There are a lot of buildings that collectively make up the Forks, and the primary one is known as the Forks Market. It boasts a main hall chock full of stands for locals to sell fresh produce. Some of the stands also offer cooked food, so you can fill up as you walk around. It has 2 levels worth of stores as well. Plus, there's a great spot at the top of the building where you can see a panoramic view of the area. Nearby is the Johnston Terminal building, which hosts its own set of fantastic shops. One of the best features of the Forks district is that it has appeal all year round. In the winters, it's a popular spot for ice skating as the rivers always freeze over. And in the summer, locals and tourists enjoy playing along the riverbanks as well as dining indoors and outdoors. There's even a great Riverwalk, which is a perfect location for an afternoon stroll. Canadian Museum for Human Rights. This relatively new museum has the distinction of being the only museum on the planet dedicated strictly to human rights. It was opened in 2008 to much fanfare, not only for its exhibits and content, but also because of its impressive architecture and visual style. The outside of the building showcases the 4 landscapes most often associated with Canada. And as such, the building itself has come to be known as the symbol of Winnipeg. The interior is just as impressive, as it was built in a way that not only is a feast for the eyes, but also serves to underscore the importance of the building's content. Of course, the primary reason for a visit to the museum is to learn about the importance and history of human rights. And it's a mixture of information meant to help you learn about the history of human rights and human rights abuses, and information on how to understand it and think about it going forward. It challenges visitors to realize that understanding human rights is a longer process than simply a visit to a museum. The Canadian Museum for Human Rights is an impressive and moving place, and we highly encourage a visit there. Visit the Assiniboine Park Zoo. The Assiniboine Park Zoo, located inside the Greater Assiniboine Park, is a definite must-visit if you're in Winnipeg. Unsurprisingly, the zoo has a focus on animals and plants native to cold, northern areas of the globe. This means it has, among other things, a lot of polar bears. You'll see these incredible creatures up close, but not too close. They also have creatures ranging from red kangaroos to Siberian tigers and everything in between. When you want a break from looking at animals, there's also the Leo Mole Sculpture Garden, which is visually stunning. Leo Mole is a sculptor who utilizes the lost wax method, and the result is a garden of brass pieces that sit inside a gorgeous garden. There's also a small building where Mole created many of the works shown in the garden. If you have young kids with you, they'll be delighted aboard the 482 miniature steam train, which is inside the park but just outside the zoo. It runs around the park in the summers and weekends in the fall. It's fairly inexpensive to ride too. Catch a game. Winnipeg has several professional sports teams and a city full of passionate fans. If you time your trip right, you can join them in rooting on the home team at an NHL game, a Northern League baseball game, or a CFL football game. The biggest draw, of course, is the NHL's Winnipeg Jets. This is Canada after all, and they love their hockey. The arena is in downtown Winnipeg, and there are plenty of opportunities during the hockey season to catch a Jets home game. They're one of the smallest franchises in the NHL, yet they manage to outsell many other bigger teams in terms of merchandise. So be sure to snag a jersey or a hat while you're at a game. In the warmer months, you might be more inclined to see the CFL's Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They play at IG Arena, which you'll find inside the campus of the University of Manitoba. Or perhaps spend an afternoon at the ballpark watching the Winnipeg Goldeyes play baseball. One fun twist to the baseball experience is to watch the game while you eat Indian food. That might sound like an odd choice given Indian food isn't the most ballpark-friendly option, but there's a fantastic restaurant called Clay Oven located within the ballpark. So you can order food from them and eat it on their patio, where you'll get a free watch of the baseball game next door. Before we tell you more about the best things to do in Winnipeg, Canada, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Legislative Building. If you decided to take a walk on the Riverwalk after exploring the Forks, you'll be led to the Legislative Building. It's not only an important building in terms of the legislation and government work of Manitoba, but it's also an amazing site in and of itself. It was built in the neoclassical style and constructed in 1919 out of Italian marble mixed with local stone. Around the building there are many monuments and carefully kept gardens, as well as a multitude of statues. This includes one called Golden Boy, which is a 5-ton statue of a boy holding both a torch and a sheaf of wheat to represent the agricultural history of Manitoba. The inside of the building is covered in hieroglyphics, as well as numeric codes and Freemason symbols. One really cool option is to go on the Hermetic Code Tour. You'll feel like you're in the Da Vinci Code as you walk around and hear about the secret numerical codes hidden within the symbols and drawings on the walls. The tours are led by an architectural historian and are full of mystery and intrigue. Check out the Festival du Voyageur. If you're in Winnipeg during the winter, you should plan to hit up the Festival du Voyageur. It's a uniquely Canadian event and celebrates the early fur traders who roamed Canada many years ago. It's full of live entertainment, food, dancing, and more. While the hub of the festival is in Voyageur Park, there are actually tents all over the city that are a part of the celebration. Their festival is equal parts French and English, so you don't have to stress if you're not a French speaker. Of note are the ice and snow sculptures, which are a must-see. And perhaps the most fun and oddball component of the festival is the beard growing contest. Obviously, this is something that has to be started well beforehand, so every participant has to sign up 10 weeks in advance and then start from a clean-shaven face. By the time the festival rolls around, they can come to show off their beard growth in one of 4 categories. It's quite the sight. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorite things to do in Winnipeg? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.